Hey guys, and welcome. Today I thought that I would give making a ship cup a try. Now, I have never made one. I watched a tutorial by Riverbend Tutorials. By the way, I love watching her videos. A lot of times when I craft, that's what I do, is watch videos by her. All right, now what you saw me doing is usually I make sure these things are in here like super tight. But I'm going to need to pull it off without touching it. So I'm making sure it's in, but it's not super tight. This has just been wood grain. I used Butterscotch by Tim Holtz to wood grain it. And now I'm going to put a layer of epoxy on it. I have the Tar Pit by Cuposaurus because I have zero patience. And so that stirs my epoxy for me. And all I have to do is put it in and come back 10 minutes later. Which is something I love. I do have some other cups here that I'm going to put epoxy on. This is 40 mils of epoxy, but I'm only going to put 20 on this. I made enough to do both cups. Alright, so that's going to be enough for that. So this turner is turning at 3. And I have to admit, I prefer the turners that turn at 6 or 5 or 6. This just feels so slow to me. It's probably why I did not mix my epoxy well, because it just took so long. I hated it. I need to put something underneath this turner so it's not so slidey. We just moved the turners around today, so we're testing them out. That's just a piece of paper. I think it has stickers on it from my son's 4th birthday. I never waste paper around here. I usually end up with glitter or epoxy on it. Alright, that looks good to me. Pop any bubbles. And then I'm just going to let this spin for a few minutes while I put epoxy on these other two. I almost just died. Apparently there's a dog under my feet. Good to know, huh? It always reminds me of watching Paula Deen when she was cooking in the kitchen. I always liked when they showed her dog under her feet, because that to me was normal. Every time I turn around, my dog is under my feet. And of course, when you're trying to do some of these, you need to concentrate and pay attention to what you're doing. And tripping over a 50+ pound puppy does not make that the easiest thing in the world to do. So today, I went out to the grocery store and decided I was going to get a bottle of wine. My kid just started crying. My husband will get it, hopefully. Nick, are you getting him? No. Why is he crying? Oh, you yelled at him? Yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, anyway, so I went to the grocery store today to try to get wine. And I always forget that West Virginia is a blue state. And that means you can't buy alcohol until 1 o'clock on Sundays. I guess so you don't go to church drunk. Well, whatever the reasoning is, I didn't get any alcohol. I just wanted some wine. I had to switch gloves because I went from a glittered cup to a solid white cup. And I'm trying to not contaminate my solid white cup with glitter. This cup, I hope, is going to turn out amazing. It's going to be a Conor McGregor cup. Oh, this is another one of those 3 ones. Ooh. But apparently I didn't push one real hard. I don't know if you can see this epoxy, but it has been tinted white over a white cup. When you put clear water slides on, the edges blend better when it has epoxy to stick to. So that's why I'm epoxying a white cup white. I also threw a little bit of glow in the dark in here just because I love that stuff. This is going to be like a blue-green glow in the dark, so hopefully it'll look awesome. I apparently made enough epoxy for like 12,000 people on this one. Goodness, Crystal. Glad that one's just a base coat. Alright, so fire these 2 bottom ones up. If anybody knows my husband, don't tell him I'm using his trash can. Shh. Alright, pop the bubbles in this one. Alright, so this ship cup, I'll come back and pop bubbles on these again before we're done. I have Patina by Tim Holtz, and I have Turquoise by Tim Holtz. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. And so I'm just dripping this on. No rhyme or reason. And that was a turquoise. Go on, drop. Thank you. Alright, so when I have seen other people do this, they used a darker wood grain. Well, I, for some reason, thought that wooden ships were generally made with a lighter color wood grain. So I called my dad, who is a woodworker, and I asked him. And he said they were usually made with poplar. And I said, well, I wood grained a cup and it kind of looks like pine. And he said that's perfect. You want a nice light color so that it will, what did he tell me? It was more buoyant or something. Okay. Now for the fun part. So I'm going to pull this out of the turner, trying not to drop it or hit it on anything. And I'm going to hold it like this. And I'm going to blow it. Whew. All right, need compressed air. I've been smoked for 8 years, but man, I can feel the fact that I used to. Alright, so I'm trying to get this to move around. Whoa, made myself a little dizzy. I think it needs something there. Got wild, got wild. So I'd put a few more drops on, and I'm just holding it to try to pull it around. So like right here, I feel like it needs something more too. And then I dropped the other color last time, what, the turquoise. So this time I'm doing the patina. I hope you can see this. I'm trying to keep it in camera. Alright, the bottom is not making me happy right now. Alright, so there we go. Now I'm going to put it back on the turner. Whoops. Hold on. We gotta fix that. I hit it on the way up. Remember I told you we rearranged? That's brand new. That wasn't there before today. So we'll just put some more ink on it. No big deal. Try not to pass out as we're blowing it. Whoops. Oh, it's just enough. And all fixed. All right, come in at a lower angle. There we go. And put this back on. And actually push it on this time. And then we'll just let that spin, and the waves will continue to develop. I'd say if you're a smoker, don't try this. Like I said, it's been 8 years and I'm dying. Oh man. Alright, so I will bring this back when it has been completed and show you what it looks like then.